ਹਾਂਜੀ, ਸਾਡੇ ਜੀ 6 ਵੱਜਣ 'ਚ 10 ਮਿੰਟ ਰਹਿ ਗਏ, 8 ਮਿੰਟ ਰਹਿ ਗਏ। Yeah. I'm gonna. Sorry, guys, I can't have all my. So ਮੈਂ 골ਡ ਦੀਆਂ ਖੁੱਲੀਆਂ ਬਾਂਗਾਂ ਛੱਡਤੀਆਂ ਆ। We got Euro USD up there. We got GBP USD. Let me get the Instagram here as well. Sorry, YouTube audio. I got no way I can show you guys my screen. So maybe you guys can literally come on you either. Um, see, it's not a strong grip, is it? ਉਹ clamp same company ਤੋਂ ਮੰਗਾਏ ਆ। And I think that should do. Yeah. So that's the best I can set up the cameras. Yeah, YouTube to live, yeah, but I can't show my screen on YouTube. That is the problem, which I'm going to trying to solve it if I can. I don't know if that can. That's the best I can do. So events are happening in just 3 minutes time. This is forever, man. I just God. All the suggestions are added into the group, Telegram group ਵਿੱਚ add ਕਰਤੇ ਆ ਸਾਰੇ suggestion. So join the Telegram group and have a oh God, आ क्यों गया? So 1 minute and we will so gold ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ trade ਆ start going down. So I've got to buys here. So I'm going to get sell stop bit picked up on gold at 1942. So gold ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮੇਰੇ buy already ਖੁੱਲੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ 45 ਤੇ sell is at 1942. So let's see. So ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਇੰਟਰਸਟ ਰੇਟ ਫਿਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਸ਼ਨਸ ਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਦਸੰਬਰ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਆ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਸ਼ਨਸ interest rate projection current quarter one, first year, second year. Um, so they will let us, kind of guess what's going to happen in the future. ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੇ interest rate rise ਆ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ. Ooh, gold is just shooting already. Whoa. So whatever it is, guys, gold the trailing stop losses ਨੂੰ ਪਾ ਦਿਓ already. So ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ gold ਦੇ favor ਦੇ trade ਆ they all in profit. Oof, oof. Oof, Mary John. Okay, here we go, guys. So there's no interest rate increase. Yes. So there's no interest rate increase by the Fed. So it was five. Sorry, there's only 25-point interest rate increase. Sorry, there's only 25-point interest rate increase. So it was 4.75 and it's 5. So as expected. So that's not bad. And interest rate projection first year 4.3%. Interest rate projection second year 3.1%. So here you go. 2 year the projection means ki interest rate come down. It will come down. The quarter the projection is 5.1. So that's a good sign. So look like Fed is showing some soft sign. So here we go. Every single buy trade is in profit. I don't know how many buy trades I got open in a gold. I'm going to be pulling all the triggers to bringing them up. So so जितने भी sell stop या closed, delete the sell stop. Oh, it's closing all my buys. No, keep that one on hold. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Keep one on hold. Yeah, नहीं close kita. So Euro USD buy in triggered. So we close the delete. So US dollar is weak. So simple US dollar weak yeah, and we will get so the buy trigger ho gaya GBP USD da. So I need to close the sell stop. Delete. So that will push dollar to weaker for longer. So ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਮੈਂ delete ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ opposite trades ਆ. So every single buy is in profit. USD ZAR, so इसे sell लिया, sell खोलिया होया, ये भी profit च आ। USD JPY, there's a sell, it's in profit, so buy stop is going to be deleted. And I got one more sell stop, so I'm gonna keep that one more near here. So USD Mexican sell is in profit, so I'm gonna tight a bit more sell. So USD Mexican already in profit. USD CHF sell is in profit. So I got no pending order on that. USD CAD sell is in profit. USD Mexican sell is in profit. So I'm gonna just I got two Mexican charts. मैं भी सोची ना ये दो कितना गए. USD CHF sell is in profit. Um, so I got two sell USD CHF, and I'm gonna protect it. And USD CAD sell is in profit. USD CAD ਦੇ ਵੀ ਦੋ ਚਾਰਟ ਹੈ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੋਏ. God. And Euro CAD, I did not need this one. And I did not need Euro JPY. XRP, Bitcoin. Ooh, Bitcoin. Chuck the party. So here we go. Bitcoin is on 28.400. 28K 400. Yeah, guys, everything is a profit. XRP, I'm expecting XRP to reach towards still 49 cent and then 55, 60 round after. So XRP has got really good momentum. So I'm trying to implement all the trailing stop losses. Oh God, gold ala, yeah, gold, guys, gold. There you go. Guess karo kitna profit hai trailing stop loss na gold da. I'm gonna keep it low still anyway. क्योंकि हल्ले भी gold ऊपर नहीं जा रहा है. So as I said, gold will go up. ये interest rate favor होया ਜਾਂ ना होया interest rate increase. Ooh. Euro USD. Bye. Bye. सारा कुछ protected यार. GBP USD still not protected, but it's growing. So, that's a nice one. Buy. All three buys in AUD USD are in profit. So I'm implementing trailing stop loss on everything. There we go. So ਜਿਹਨੇ ਦੇਖਣੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਕੀ profit secure ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ, we're gonna let them run and let them run. That's what we all got to plan. Let them run. Keep the trailing stop losses little away from the current, maybe just halfway. Don't be so greedy, guys. Don't be go greedy. So we're gonna make a million today. USD JPY sell to protect. ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੁੱਛਦੇ ਨੇ ਨਾ ਭਾਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕੰਟਰੋਲ ਕਰ ਲੈਣੇ ਇੰਨੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ this is how I do it. All you need is to grab the money as much as possible. As much as possible. USD CHF. Sorry guys, मैं कमेंट नहीं पढ़ता पिया ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ. So please, if you sending me any questions or anything, I will go through later on. So US dollar is weak, so everything that goes against US dollar is going up. So XRP 41 cent, Bitcoin is 28,600 nearly 500. Gold is going to gold ne mera close kata trade. So but I'm still expecting I'll go one buy here late open, so I'm still expecting gold to go up. That's why no wonder I couldn't see all my pairs. Now I can see all my favorite pairs. So the fuel is going up. So jene fuel nahi buy kita, I do recommend. I got two buys in a fuel. They both in a profit, so I protected them both. And in WTI, I got one, two, three, four buys. So I'm going to protect all of them. Not four buys. I got more than four buys in WTI. I show you guys. मैं जिदा था last time भी क्या सीगा जिदा petrol fuel थल्ले डिग्या सी कि put all the trades in pending. So there's one trade I opened here. Can you imagine how much profit I'm making on this WTI? Just picked up. There you go. That's 40K on WTI secured. ये मैं ट्रेड चुक्या सी जिद्दन फ्यूल गया सीगा. Yeah, 65 65 te buy kita hai. Look at that. How nice you can go. How good entry you can have. Look at that. That's the bottom entry I took it that day on WTI. And then that's not the one only. Look here. Bought one, sold here, bought one, sold here, bought one, sold here, bought one, sold here. So जितने भी मेरे सिग्नल सीगे ना सिग्नल ग्रुप ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ WTI ਦੇ मैं सारे ही दोबारा रिपीट ਤੇ लगा ਦਿੱਤੇ ही. Look, they all coming and they carry on closing. Look at that. So आज जितने भी आ I think I'm going to have the biggest day so far this year by the look of it. I'm gonna protect this one क्योंकि ਇਹਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਲਾਲਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਂ bottom ਤੇ start ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ. I'm gonna keep these ones more profit getting out of them. छोटी छोटी lots या 5 lots ਦੀਆਂ. I got 110 lot open at 65. So Bitcoin is doing well. ठीक है. Bitcoin ਦੇ ਦੋ पे lots है अपने को. USD CAD is reversing. Okay. Oh. USD CHF sell just closed. Okay, so there's a little reversal. There's a little correction happening, guys. All the trades are closed. Just USD, USA ZDR, USD ZDR is not closed. And New Zealand USD is not closed either. AUD USD not closed. Sare open here. I think I put trailing stop loss too near. That's what was mistake. GBP USD, I'm still gonna buy it again. जो थल्ले ਨੂੰ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਤਾਂ. And Euro USD, I'm gonna protect it with more secure profit. And Tech 100, all the buys are in profit, so I'm gonna protect the buys. Delete this one. So sell stop. So मेरा buy ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ Tech 100 ਦਾ is in profit, so I'm gonna protect it in Tech 100 and US 500. I got 3 buys. They all in profit, and I was expecting that anyway. So protecting. Shit. There you go. 1, 2, and 3 buys, and sell stop is going to get closed. So just 2 more, guys. 2 more, and then I will be Bella to answer all the questions. So US dollar index, I got 2 sell in there, and which both of them are in profit. But yeah. Oh God, are you gone up, mate? नहीं जाना थल्ले में जाना profit बनाना अपना. So that's 5K maybe. 5, 3.2, and gold. So gold will buy more definitely. So gold ਸਾਰੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਸੀਗੇ stop ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸ਼ਾਮੀ signal ਐਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ, the both of the TPs are triggered on that. And so gold I bought again, and I'm gonna go behind chasing up. Okay, guys, let's have a questions now. Questions. ਇੰਸਟਾਗ੍ਰਾਮ ਵਾਲਿਓ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੱਲ ਹੀ ਆਫਲਾਈਨ ਹੋਈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਸੋ ਗੋਲਡ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣੇ ਬਾय ਖੋਲਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੈਟਸ ਇਨ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਿਟ ਸੋ ਆਮ ਗੋਨਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਟੈਕਟ ਇਟ ਲਿਟਲ ਬਿਟ ਓ ਨੋ 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 ਆਮ ਗੋਨਾ close no no stop loss no stop loss so I'm gonna protect it with trailing stop loss here. So that's it, guys. Everything, whatever we open in the system today is closed. You close opposite trades, and that's it. Try to take profits now. So ਹੁਣ ਉਹਦੀ speech ਆਉਣੀ ਆ ਬਾਂਦਰ ਦੀ Powell ਦੀ. So oh no, I can't show live here. That's the problem. Um, I don't understand Deep. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ loss ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਸ਼ੇਰਾ? Loss ਕਰਨ ਦਾ ਤਾਂ 0% chance ਆ. ਹਾਂਜੀ ਮਨਦੀਪ ਰੰਧਾਵਾ ਜੀ, I am a full-time trader, brother. I retired from 9 to 5 bullshit. US Tech 100 will grow definitely. So we be looking into now. So market ne ਹੁਣ ਥੋੜੀ recovery ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ. All we need is now to watch Powell. I'm gonna change the cameras, guys, now ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਯਾਰ ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਦੂਜਾ normally um, TikTok ਵਾਲੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੈਨ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਫਿਰ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕਰ ਲੈਣ ਸੋ ਫੈਡ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਮੀਟਿੰਗ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਆ 15 ਮਿੰਟ ਤੱਕ ਆਈ ਥਿੰਕ ਜਾਂ 15 ਮਿੰਟ ਤੱਕ ਆ ਉਹਦੀ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ ਸੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਕਲੋਜ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਨਾਟ ਗੋਇੰਗ ਟੂ ਓਪਨ them back again now and I'm just protecting all the it's just literally market coming back to the basic. Fed has to print money. That's the only solution Fed got at the moment to deal with the banks. Because Fed ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ solution ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ. More probably ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ even the Fed ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ projections ਆ rate projections they changed as well. Last time rate projection ਜਿਹੜਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ first year interest ਦਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ quarter 1 ਦਾ 5.1 ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ. Now they saying for 4.3. ਲਾਸਟ ਦਸੰਬਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ 2 year ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਜੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ 4.1 ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ but now they're saying 3.1 so it means the interest rate can drop more quicker than they was anticipated but at the moment ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਦੀ speech ਆਊਗੀ that is when he will clarify these more power. Yeah, dollar going to weak for long. Yeah, definitely dollar will get affected. ਪਰ ਹਲੇ Powell ਦੀ speech ਆ, so don't get too confident. Powell ਦੀ speech can do anything. So ਜਦੋਂ ਤੱਕ Powell ਦੀ speech end ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ, ਆਪਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਵੱਡਾ decision ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ. So we will see how Powell reacting and then we take it that way. ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ we do all Karan, we do all. We do fundamentals, we do technicals, sentimental analysis, ਸਾਰਾ ਹੀ how to think. WTI on buy, Lucky. I already told you guys it's on buy. Normally, Simran, so stop sell ਦਾ ਸਿਗਨਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਅੱਧ ਚ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ normally I keep it in the middle, ਪਰ ਜਦੋਂ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ volatile ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ I just chase it up very closely ਜਦੋਂ I take multi positions. So normally what I do is I take one long position, one multi position, like carry on doing multi positions. So multi position ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ stop loss ਆ I keep it near the current position, and ਜਿਹੜਾ long term ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਉਹਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ. So for example ਜਿੱਦਾਂ um, so that's US 500 basically. So ਆ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਥੇ ਬਾਈ ਖੋਲਿਆ ਆ, so ਇਹਦਾ ਬਾਈ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਟ੍ਰਾਇਲਿੰਗ ਸਟਾਪ ਲਾਸ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਆ, ਪਰ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਬਾਈ ਆ ਮਲਟੀ ਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਮੈਂ ਖੋਲੀ ਆ. So this one I'm gonna be so if I just show you, so I quickly implement trailing stop loss even though 200 pound the profit ਹੀ ਆ. So but I still just protected to show you guys. So ਏਦਾਂ, so then it's nearly going to close. So that's the US dollar index. So you can see that the both trailing stop losses are implemented near. So because look at that, there's a recovery here. So here, so but I'm still expecting dollar to go more weak. So Powell ਦੀ speech ਆਊਗੀ, then we will see another volatility, but I'm expecting dollar to go more weaker unless Powell really tells some wonders or ਕੀ ਕੋਈ twist ਕਰਕੇ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਣਾ ਲਵੇ life ਦੀ. I don't know what he can do, but at the moment Powell got no ammunition to make dollar stronger. Obviously solely because of the banking crisis. ਤੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਬੈਂਕ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੱਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਪਤਾ ਕੀ ਆ, ਲੈਟ ਮੀ ਕਲੀਅਰ ਦੈਟ, not everybody addresses that actually, ਕਿ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੱਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮ ਹੋਈ ਕੀ ਆ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. ਜਿਹਨਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ, ਇਟਸ ਈਜ਼ੀ ਫॉर ਯੂ ਗਾਇਸ ਟੂ ਅੰਡਰਸਟੈਂਡ, ਪਰ ਜਿਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਤਾ, ਲੈਟ ਮੀ ਟੈਲ ਯੂ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਡਿਪੋਜ਼ਿਟ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਬੈਂਕ ਨੂੰ, ਰਾਈਟ, ਸੋ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਤੋਂ ਡਿਪੋਜ਼ਿਟ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਦੇ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਇਨਟੂ ਕੰਪਨੀਜ਼, ਦੇ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਇਨਟੂ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਟ ਸਟਾਕਸ, ETFs, ਸ਼ੇਅਰ, ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟ ਪੋਰਟਫੋਲੀਓ ਆ, ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਬੈਂਕ ਆ, ਦੇ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ, ਦੇ ਲੋਨ ਆਊਟ ਦੇਅਰ ਮਨੀ, ਸੋ ਦੇ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਇਨਟੂ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਫਰਮਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਗਾਹ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸਟਾਕ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਆ. So what happens is 2 ਸਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ is carry on going bottom. So ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰਾ financial loss ਹੋਇਆ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ financial firms ਨੂੰ, ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟਸ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਵਰਥ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿ ਗਈਆਂ ਜਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਨਵੈਸਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਨੇ. So the problem comes is it's hard for banks to pull out from those investments. ਹੁਣ ਜੇ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਪੈਨਿਕ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, people start withdrawing or anything, ਜਾਂ liquidity ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ, they had to withdraw these, they had to depend on people returning their loans, installments and everything. So ਜਦੋਂ interest rate high ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਆ, ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ affordability ਆ ਲੋਨ ਦੇਣ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਘਟ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, ਸੋ ਲੋਕੀ default ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗ ਪੈਂਦੇ ਆ. So listen to this one now. ਏਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਘਰਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਮੌਰਗੇਜਿਸ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰਾ ਪੈਸਾ ਮੌਰਗੇਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੱਗਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ, ਐਂਡ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੌਰਗੇਜਿਸ ਡਿਫਾਲਟ ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗ ਪੈਂਦੀਆਂ, ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਦਾ ਪੈਸਾ ਲੂਜ਼ ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗ ਪੈਂਦਾ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਉਸ ਪੈਸੇ ਦੀ ਰਿਕਵਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਇਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ. ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਿਕਵਰੀ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਘਰ ਵੇਚਣ ਨੂੰ, auction ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਟਾਈਮ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਉਸ ਰਿਕਵਰੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਈ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਆ ਲਾਸ ਮੇਕਿੰਗ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੀਆਂ, ਜਾਂ they can't get the money on time, ਜਾਂ they can't get more lenders lending them the money. ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਆਮ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਵੇਟ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਮਨੀ ਲੈਂਡਿੰਗ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਮਨਾ ਕਰਦੀਆਂ ਆ, ਪਰ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਲੈਂਡਿੰਗ ਮਨਾ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ, through the different financial sources they ask the money from as well. ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਹਾਣੀ ਆ, ਇਹ ਸਟਾਕ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਆ, ਪਾਵਲ ਨੂੰ ਪੁਸ਼ ਹੀ ਕਰਨੀ ਪੈਣੀ ਆ, ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਹੀ ਗੋਟ ਸੋ ਮਚ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਔਨ ਹਿਮ. So he need to, from now on, he need to implement strategies that can push the stock market, crypto market back up, ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟਸ ਆ ਉਹ ਵਰਥਵਾਈਲ ਹੋ ਸਕਣ, ਤੇ ਉਹ ਇਨਵੈਸਟਮੈਂਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਵੱਡੀਆਂ ਕੰਪਨੀਆਂ ਜਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸ਼ੀਅਲ ਫਰਮਸ ਆ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਐਸੈਟ ਫਸੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ, ਫਾਈਨੈਂਸਿਸ ਫਸੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ, they so they can have some worthwhile, the money can have some worth basically ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ loss making investments ਆ. ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਹੁਤ ਧਿਆਨ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਖਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਆ ਹੁਣ, ਕਿ how Powell will react. For me, how I understand the market, he has to work in a way ਕਿ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਡਾਲਰ ਨੂੰ he can take a risk to bring the dollar down, you know, ਤੇ ਪਰ problem है कि क्योंकि we seen dollar 145 as well, so dollar was nothing bad with the dollar that time as well against the pound. So we can even go back and see 135, 40 as well soon. ਜੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਨਾਲ ਡਾਲਰ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਰ ਬਣਿਆ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹਨੇ ਪਾਵਲ ਨੇ ਡਾਲਰ ਨੂੰ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੀਤਾ recently. So that's now this is all depend on his speech now. So that speech is in his 8 minute. We will watch it live. They, oh pardon me, had a bad hiccup. ਤੇ ਸਪੀਚ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਉਹਦੀ ਲਾਈਵ ਪਾਵਲ ਦੀ ਦੇਖਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਆ ਸੋ ਵੀ ਵਿਲ ਸੀ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਆ ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ ਵੀ ਮੇਕ ਅ ਡਿਸੀਜਨ ਅਕੋਰਡਿੰਗ ਓਹ ਗੁੱਡਨੈਸ ਹੁਣੀ ਆਉਣਾ ਸੀ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੇ so we got 8 minutes to go and we will see give me guys 2 minutes let me just go and open the door. Sorry guys ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਕਮੈਂਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਖੇ ਹੈਗੇ so ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ oil depend on the mainly demand. So ਜੇ dollar weak ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ price it doesn't affect much. ਪਰ ਜੇ strong ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ then yeah you see the strength of the WTI comes down the price because obviously when WTI price comes when dollar gets stronger people buy the countries buy less fuel. That's what happens. So ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ price ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਥੱਲੇ ਡਿੱਗਣ ਲੱਗ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ. Mr. Chugtai Naiji. Oil dropped because there was more than expected inventories in USA. There's a less demand of oil in the market at the moment. If stopping production in Thailand doesn't affect the world oil market at all. Yes, it went up today because inventories are less now. That's why market is pumping. The WTI is pumping. I already told people that it's when it was on 65, it's a buy, keep it up. I think I'm gonna shut. I see ਕਿੱਥੇ ਘੱਟ viewers are watching ਕਰਦੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ, so I'm gonna shut that. Oh, can't see. They're all literally. No, 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 Mavi. The oil doesn't work like that. It's all demand and supply. FRC, I don't know what is FRC. Sorry, brother. Coin, stock, Kia. I haven't got any investment in FRC. No, this one is MetaTrader 5. I use MetaTrader 5. WTI, obviously, I got a long position open till 80 now. So, मेरी long position एक मैं ऊपर रखी है going till 80. But look at that. So, all my look, here you go. So, there's one position I opened here. So, I'm gonna carry on going till until it reaches to 80. And there's this one stop loss here, and there's this one buy lot here. So I'm going to protect that one now. So at least I'm not going to go very near. So maybe 1,500 pounds. So yeah. So WTI Halle at the moment, it had a really good momentum today. So maybe don't just, you can still buy it, but both carefully. You got to have a big account to take that risk with WTI. Tesla long term, I'm really bullish on Tesla. I'm really bullish. Always love Tesla. It's my favorite stock, mate. Favorite stock. It's this is WTI fuel, yeah, brother. This is gold. So gold, our buy. Look at that. ਆਪਾਂ buy ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ, so it's coming in profit. And the US dollar index is still going down, so we just moving the trailing stop losses in dollar index. So every single trade we done today is in profit. Every single. Fuel, I don't know really now. I need to go back and look at it. ਮੇਰੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ stop ਸੀਗੇ ਅੱਜ ਦੇ profits, they all been triggered. WTI. So my biggest profit at the moment running is WTI or Bitcoins and gold. So US dollar index is the next biggest. GBP JPY is the next biggest, and US dollar index. So US 500, UK 100, they all coming to the top profits as well. So I'm just letting them run. So yeah, let me hide them. ਕਈ ਜਾਣੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਭਾਜੀ ਹਾਰਟ ਅਟੈਕ ਹੋਣ ਲੱਗ ਪੈਂਦਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਿਟ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ Tesla, there are so many reasons to be bullish on Tesla. First, Tesla, obviously, they're getting their production hiccups right. Second, their jada beta siga, the one they protected it, they start reinstalling in the cars. Third, the semi truck is going to get deliveries this year. Fourth, their subs are already coming on the road, so they have started delivering to PepsiCo. They already got a few trucks running on the road as well. Fifth, their S and X models, the prices has been dropped to bring them more sailing because Tesla has managed to reduce their manufacturing cost by 28%. And they have managed to reduce their car selling prices by 10 to 15% average. So, which is still giving Tesla bigger margin when it comes to profits, and by reducing the prices they're reducing the competition for their cars. And because S and X, the both luxury class cars, and any car next to their cars is like over 100,000, but those two cars are under 100,000 now in UK. So that's the whole reason I'm bullish on Tesla, and I will be looking hold Tesla for at least good 2-3 years, to get really out of it. No, I buy outright as well, and I trade on when it's earnings time. So when there are earnings, I trade stock. Other than that, I only buy outright. I got long portfolios, I got dividend portfolios, normal tech portfolios, and different diversification within my portfolios. So there you go. Market is coming back. So let's see what he's going to say. Jeremy Powell. Jeremy Powell. Jerome Powell. Against those assets. So TikTok audio, I'm gonna turn the screen this side because what happens is TikTok bans me. Effectively meeting the unusual funding needs that some banks have faced, and makes clear that ample liquidity in the system is available. Our banking system is sound and resilient with strong capital and liquidity. Continue to closely monitor conditions in the banking system and are prepared to use all of our tools as needed to keep it safe and sound. In addition, we are committed to learning the lessons from this episode
and to work to prevent
UK, sir.
episodes
I'm
from
from
events
the
like
UK.
this from happening again.
I think market should
Turning
go
to
up
the broader
still.
economy and monetary
Powell
policy,
have got no choice to
inflation
bring the
remains
market
too
up.
high, and the labor
He got
market
so much
continues to be
pressure to
very
print the
competitive.
money. To
Colleagues
avoid
in the
printing the
state look
money,
forward
he
to
has to
high
make the
inflation is
dollar
causing.
weaker, so
We
stock
remain
markets,
strongly committed to
crypto
bringing
markets
inflation
can come
back
back
down
up,
to
and
the
then
2%
financial
goal.
firms can make some money, and then
Price
they can
stability
repay
is
the
the
loans, and
responsibility of the
banks
Reserve.
can have some profit
Without
as well
price
through that.
stability,
So
the
that's the
economy
only
does
way
not work
America can
for anyone.
avoid printing the money.
In particular, without price stability, we will not achieve a sustained period of long
ਹੱਸੀ ਜਾਈਦਾ ਸ਼ੇਰਾ ਬਸ ਜਦੋਂ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਪੈਸੇ ਬੈਂਕ 'ਚ ਆ ਗਏ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਹੱਸੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਆ ਗਲਾਸੀ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਾਂ
The U.S.
ਹੱਸੀ ਜਾਣਾ
economy slowed significantly last year, with real GDP rising at a below-trend pace of 0.9%.
I think you are too
Consumer
late to
spending
jump
appears to have
into
picked up
Ethereum
this
and
quarter,
Bitcoin, but
although
still
some
not
of that
late.
strength may
Like
reflect
still
the
not
effects
too
of
late.
swings in the weather
That's what I can
across
say.
the
But
turn of the year.
make sure research,
In contrast,
your own
activity
way
in the
out as
housing
well.
sector
Because
remains weak,
I
largely
buy
reflecting higher
how
mortgage
my
rates. Higher
accounts
interest
are
rates and slower
that way,
output growth also appear to be weighing on business fixed investment. Committee participants generally expect subdued growth to
Tesla is
continue.
under 200. It's
As
still a
shown in
buy.
our summary
Under
of economic
200, Tesla is
projections.
still a buy. That's what I can say.
The
Neo
median
is a good
projection
buy
for
as well.
real GDP
Lucid.
growth stands
Neo
at
got a
just
bit struggle at the
0.4%
moment. That's
this
the only
year
problem with
and
Neo, with
1.2%
the
next year,
profit margins. Their
well below
profit
the
margins
median
are not
estimate
even
of the
10%
longer
anymore.
run
So
model
that's
growth
where I
rate.
would even recommend actually avoid the Neo at the
Nearly
moment.
all
But
participants
Lucid
see
is
the
a good one
risks
to get
to
in as well.
GDP growth as weighted to the downside.
Lucid will doubling up their
Yet the labor
manufacturing
market remains
production within
extremely
this year, and next year they're going to double
Job
that one
gains
up
have
as
picked
well.
up in recent months,
So
with
Lucid is doing
employment
well.
rising by an average of 351,000 jobs per
So
month
let's
over
listen
the
to the
last 3
speech
months.
now, what he's saying.
The unemployment rate remained low in February at 3.6%. The labor force participation rate has edged up in recent months, and wage growth has shown some signs of easing. However, with job vacancies still very high, labor demand substantially exceeds the supply of available workers. FOMC participants expect supply and demand conditions in the labor market to come into better balance over time, easing upward pressures on wages and prices. The median unemployment rate projection in the SEP rises to 4.5% at the end of this year and 4.6% at the end of next year. Inflation remains well above our longer run goal of 2%. Over the 12 months ending in January, total PCE prices rose 5.4%, excluding the volatile food and energy categories. Excluding those, core PCE prices rose 4.7%. In February, the 12-month change in the CPI came in at 6%, and the change in the core CPI was 5.5%. Inflation has moderated somewhat since the middle of last year, but the strength of these recent readings indicates that inflation pressures continue to run high. The median projection in the SEP for total PCE inflation is 3.3% for this year, 2.5% next year, and 2.1% in 2025.
Okay.
The process of getting inflation back down to 2% has a long way to go and is likely to be bumpy.
So yeah,
Despite elevated inflation, longer-term inflation
come down.
expectations appear to remain well anchored, as reflected in a broad range of surveys of households, businesses, and forecasters, as well as measures from financial markets. The Fed's monetary policy actions are guided by our mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. My colleagues and I are acutely aware that high inflation imposes significant hardship as it erodes purchasing power, especially for those least able to meet the higher costs of essentials.
Tesla,
like food,
I'm holding
housing,
it for
and
longer, to be honest. If Tesla drop anytime 10%, I normally sell it.
high inflation poses to both
For
sides of our mandate,
this time,
and we are
Tesla is
strongly
only a
committed to
buy
returning
at this
inflation to
level.
our 2%
And so
goal.
many different firms has given Tesla a
Today's
buy
meeting, the
rating
committee
as well.
raised the
Even
target
Moody,
range for the Federal
first
funds rate
time they
by
given
a
Tesla a
percentage
buy
point,
rating as well.
bringing the target range to 4.75% to 5%.
Market is
And we are
doing well today,
continuing the
guys.
process of
Market is doing well.
significantly reducing our securities holdings. Since our previous FOMC meeting, economic indicators have generally come in stronger than expected.
Gold is
demonstrating greater momentum in
1961.
economic activity and inflation. We believe, however, that events in the banking system over the past 2 weeks are likely to result in tighter credit conditions for households and businesses, which would in
And
turn
US
affect
dollar
economic
index is going down.
It is too soon to
very
determine the
heavily.
extent of these effects, and therefore too soon to tell
It's
how monetary
reacting.
policy
Gold is
should
reacting
respond.
to the Powell's speech.
As a result, we no longer state that we anticipate that ongoing rate increases will be appropriate to quell inflation. Instead, we now anticipate that some additional policy firming may be
Yeah,
appropriate.
gold is dollar is
closely
really weak
data
now,
and carefully assess
which is a good sign.
the actual and expected effects of tighter conditions on economic activity, the labor market, and inflation. And our policy decisions will reflect that assessment. In our SCP, each FOMC participant wrote down an appropriate path for the federal funds rate based on what that participant judges to be the most likely scenario going forward. If the economy evolves as projected, the meeting participant projects that the appropriate level of the federal funds rate will be 5.1% at the end of this year, 4.3% at the end of 2024, and 3.1% at the end of 2025. These are little changed from our December projections, reflecting offsetting factors. These projections are not a committee decision or plan. If the economy does not evolve as projected,
Bitcoin is a bit struggling.
policy
It's
will
on
adjust as appropriate
27K,
to foster
28K.
our maximum employment and price stability goals. We will continue to make our decisions meeting by meeting based on
Fuel is still going up.
the income data
WTI is still
and
going
their
up.
implications for the outlook for economic activity and inflation. We remain committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal and to keep longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Reducing inflation is likely to require a period of below-trend growth and some softening in labor market conditions.
Yeah.
Restoring price stability is essential to set the stage for achieving maximum employment and stable prices over the longer run.
No, really, I can't see the reason. There will be a little bit of, yes, profit taking that can push the Ethereum and Bitcoin down a bit. But at the moment, I'm waiting for Ethereum, Bitcoin to touch 30K. So my target is 30K, and that's what I'm waiting. And after that 30K, we need to wait for maybe weeks or few days, if Bitcoin can carry on from here. So let's see. Let's listen to his question and answers.
At this point, flight among mid-sized lenders in particular has ceased.
Thanks. So our view is that the banking system is sound and it's resilient. It's got strong capital and liquidity. We took powerful actions with Treasury and the FDIC, which demonstrate that all depositors' savings are safe and that the banking system is safe.
Buying anything, guys, is your
decision.
decision. So
stabilized.
obviously, as I said, it all depends on the financial condition and your financial account. How long you got power to, if something goes wrong with Ethereum, can you hold it for longer or not?
Follow up. I mean, given all of the stress and the uncertainty that you've also alluded to in the statement, how seriously was a pause considered for this meeting?
So we did consider that in the days running up to the meeting, and you see the decision that we made, which I'll say a couple things about. First, it was supported by a very strong consensus, and I'll be happy to explain why. And really, it is that the intermeeting data on inflation and the labor market came in stronger than expected.
25
really
points
before the recent events.
Mr. Trump.
We were clearly on track to continue with ongoing rate hikes. In fact, as of a couple of weeks ago, it looked like we'd need to raise rates over the course of the year more than we'd expected at the time of the SCP in December, the time of the December meeting. We are committed to restoring price stability, and all of the evidence says that the public has confidence that we will do so, that we'll bring inflation down to 2% over time. It is important that we sustain that confidence with our actions as well as our words. So we also assess, as I mentioned, that the events of the last 2 weeks are likely to result in some tightening of credit conditions for households and businesses, and thereby weigh on demand, on the labor market, and on inflation. Such a tightening in financial conditions would work in the same direction as rate tightening in principle.
So he basically want to tighten up where people can borrow money. So, bigger interest rate for loans and for businesses, so they can't get money on loan.
So our decision was to
so there will be less demand, they can't produce more.
And to change our ongoing hikes to some additional hikes, maybe some policy firming may be appropriate.
Okay, maybe some additional hikes may be possible.
In assessing the need for
not like aggressive like you used to before.
The incoming data and the evolving outlook, and in particular on our assessment of the actual and expected effects of credit. Mr. Chairman, can you explain the difference between ongoing rate increases and firming? Does firming imply a rate increase per se, or could policy firm without you increasing rates? I think it's meant to refer to our policy rate. Really, I would focus on the words as opposed to ongoing. So we clearly were, what we were doing there was taking on board
UK
these,
CPI doesn't
reflecting
really
uncertainty
affect the world
about
market, but yeah, it does
it-
affect the
it's
local
possible
market
that
more.
this will turn out to have very
And
modest
UK
effects if
has
these events
have
will
to
interfere
increase the
with
interest rate,
modest
especially
effects,
UK Bank was
in
saying,
which case
Bank of
inflation
England
will
was
continue to
mentioning
start
recently
increase.
they might don't increase the interest rate very much, or they might only do this hike and then won't do any more hikes. But now UK government, UK Bank has no option other than bringing the interest rate to very high level, maybe 5 or 6% we will see by the next few months.
So
UK interest rate coming up.
What you did today could further exacerbate the problem in the banks? No, I mean, with our monetary policy, we're really focused on macroeconomic outcomes. In particular, we're focused on this potential credit tightening and what can that produce in the way of tighter credit conditions. I think when we think about the situation in the banks, we're focused on our financial stability tools, in particular, our lending facilities, the discount window, and also the new facility.
T-Mobile, I don't know really about that.
2 weeks ago, you had indicated
Long
you thought
time
the
I had
terminal
looked
rate
at that
would be
stuff.
higher, so that was before the stress in the banking sector. And I realize
WTI
there's a lot
entry
of
and target,
uncertainty,
you
but
missed it,
can you
brother.
explain about to what
WTI is
extent
a profit, you missed it.
your forecasts, or those of your colleagues, or those of the board staff, incorporated today a material tightening of credit availability because of the stress in the banking sector, or are you waiting to see it in the data before you incorporate that potential tightening into your forecasts? So, we've just come from an FOMC meeting, and the people who write the minutes will be very carefully counting. But I'll tell you what I heard. What I heard was significant number of people saying that they anticipated they would
Gold
be
is gone to
some tightening of
1973.
credit conditions, and that would really have the same effects as on policies, and that therefore they were including that in their assessment.
Seems like gold is
if
not
it
going to
did turn out
stop
not to
here
be the
soon.
case, that in principle you
It
need
might
to
show a
increase
little
it.
bump
So
there
something
for, I
that
think.
reflect
Who can agree with me if you can see gold all-time high
CP forecasts? I think there may also just have been
in next couple of days,
12 days
maybe.
ago. We're trying to assess something that just is so recent, and
Yeah, re-entry it is still the maybe wait for the one correction.
December was a good place to start, and we wound up with very similar for December. In a way, the data in the first part, the first 5 weeks of the intermediate period, pointed to stronger inflation and stronger labor market, so that pointed to higher rates, and then this latter part, kind of possibility of credit conditions tightening, really offset that effectively. To follow up, have you considered at all whether your primary tool, the funds rate, is going to be enough to sustain the kind of tighter financial conditions that you believe will be necessary without doing significant damage to the banking
Euro
sector?
USD is still going up. Euro, oh my God, Euro has crossed 188, 088, 1.8 cent. Euro has crossed, taken over the dollar.
Accelerate deposit erosion, for example, from banks.
Pound 123.
We know that we have other tools in effect, but no, we think our monetary policy tool
123. So as I just said to you guys, we will see pound 122, 23, 24, and then we will see pound 130, 35 soon as well.
Hi, Victoria Guida with Politico. I wanted to ask, you, along with the FDIC and the Treasury, the Fed board decided to invoke the systemic risk exception to allow uninsured depositors.
Dollar is getting proper beating
I was just wondering if you could speak to why that decision was made. Was it purely a confidence issue, or was there a concern that there would be some sort of economic contagion or financial
JPY
contagion
is not moving heavily comparing to other
areas? Was really not about
because it's on sport here. This is a sport area for USD JPY.
to other banks
So
and to
the JPY
financial
is struggling.
markets.
So I'm going to tighten up the trailing stop loss because
Okay, and
I'm
then can you
expecting
also, just to follow up, can you
maybe
speak to the role that you will be
JPY
playing in
can
the
drop
Fed's
to
internal
130,
investigation on its
52
supervision and
somewhere,
regulation?
that
So,
area.
Vice Chair Barr is of course
So I
leading
can't
that
say anything
review,
more.
and he's responsible for it in his capacity as Vice Chair for supervision.
Everything is in
We I realized right away that there was going to be a need for a review. I mean, the question we were all asking ourselves over that first weekend was, how did this happen?
So even USD CAD is in profit now as well, but be careful USD CAD now. It's coming to the support area.
So
that's something need to be watched. USD CAD as well.
To announce it. And
Bitcoin is still stuck around 28K. So Bitcoin, we will give it a call next time. But I'm keeping my trailing stop loss to 27 now.
Sure. From Reuters. So I want to go back to your February press conference. You mentioned the word disinflation, I believe.
27,500 पे मैं अपना trailing stop losses लाते हैं. So if my position got closed, I'm not worrying about it.
Is disinflation still occurring
at
in the
least
US
end
today?
of the day, profit
yes,
is profit.
What
That's
actually
how I look
happened
at
was I got the question
market.
12 times. So maybe it's a feature, not a bug. But
WTI is on 71.19 now, so just chasing up from behind.
So it's really
It looked like a WTI will be coming soon to halt.
6 months. It's proceeding more slowly than.
Oh, we missed the halt area. Maybe it can still hold around this area. If not,
to see the new leases being signed, much lower levels of inflation. So that's 44% of the core PCE index, where you've got a story that's ongoing. Where we didn't have in February, and we still don't have now, is a sign of progress in the non-housing services sector, and that is, that's just something that will have to come through softening demand and perhaps some softening in labor market conditions.
Yeah,
we don't
Brent
see
is not moving much. WTI has been
56% of
moving
the
a lot.
index. So the story is pretty much the same. I will say that the inflation data that we got, to your point, really pointed to stronger inflation.
If I could follow up on that, I was curious why you don't see more coming from the credit crunch, because it seems to me that's something that you'd actually welcome to a degree and expect. And are you not seeing more coming from that because you don't know, or because you just don't want to have another round of wishful thinking?
So it's really just a question of not knowing at this point. There's a great deal of literature on the connection between tighter credit conditions, economic activity, hiring, and inflation. Very large body of literature. The question is, how significant will this credit tightening be, and how sustainable will it be? That's the issue. And we don't really see it yet. It's so people are making estimates. People
look
are
at the gold,
estimates.
guys. Look at the gold.
Guess what? At this point, we think it's potentially quite real.
I moved all my trailing stop losses to 1970.
Being alert as we go forward, as we think about further rate hikes, for us, we will be paying attention to the actual and expected effects.
Gold is too expensive now to buy gold coins. You guys should have bought it when it's like 16, 1700. That's the best time to buy gold. You could have made a lot of profit by now.
Talk a little bit. I know that you've got your internal review coming, but I wonder if you could talk a little bit.
No, I'm just still chasing up my old trades. So jede band ho gaye, I'm letting them go. But still, dollar is going to carry on weakening.
And I wonder, how can the American people have confidence that there aren't other weaknesses?
So I got like long positions now. Gold is at 1977 now.
So let me say what I think happened, and then I'll come to
long-term buying gold. You can still buy it, obviously, but it's very risky now because gold has been moving from 1940. So PR dollar already nearly 40, 50, 60, 70,
interest rate risk,
$37 gold has been moved today. So there is still chance. It's not a knowledge chance, but you can still go long, like maybe go 2020, 2009, somewhere on that section.
Rapid and massive bank run. So this is a very large group of connected depositors, concentrated group of connected depositors, and a very, very fast run, faster than the historical record would suggest. So as for us, so we're doing a review of supervision and regulation. My only interest is that we identify what went wrong here. how did this happen? Is the question.
Dollar is still
What went
going
wrong?
more down. Yeah.
Try to find that. We will
Let me
find
see.
that.
Where
And then
is the
make an
dollar
assessment of
index?
what are the right
Yeah.
policies to put in
Still a
place so that
dollar
this
index is showing some
and then
traction now. So
it
maybe
would
wait
be appropriate for
and
me at this
then
stage
just
to offer my
ride
views
the
on what the
correction back
answers might
again.
be.
The
You know, I
weakness
simply
again.
can't do that. Vice Chair Barr is leading this, and I think he's testifying next week. So, but that will be up to him. So that's really where it is. You know, the review is going to be thorough and transparent. It is clear to your last question. It's clearly we do need to strengthen.
It's a demand and supply. When there is a more demand, the price goes cheaper. So that same works with the money as well. So ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ market ਤੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਭਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, what that happens is the value of money goes down. For America, the problem with America is they made dollars so strong and they are at their own fault because they are the one who damaged the banking system.
That was an outlier in terms of both its
Because
percentage of
because dollar being very strong,
uninsured deposits and
the investment market suffers. So when investment market suffers, bank suffers. And this is what caused the big problems with the banking system as well. So now he has to let some recovery come in the market, just maybe for a few months, or I can't see, not even a few months. I can see market is recovering now for long run. Yeah. I can't see any reason he can say something.
Radio and television.
Maybe he can scare the market here there. For long run, the market maybe we have seen the bottom already.
Following today's decision, the markets have now priced in
World War
more
III
increase
that's different
in May,
story.
and then every meeting the rest of this year,
The gold has started slowing down now from here. So I'm going to pick up some of my trailing stop losses
or is there
more
something
higher
different about the way you're looking at it, given that you're now thinking that moves might be appropriate as opposed to ongoing?
So we published an SEP today, as you will have seen, and it shows that basically participants expect relatively slow growth, gradual rebalancing of supply and demand in the labor market, with inflation moving down gradually. In that most likely case, if that happens, participants don't see rate cuts this year. They just don't. I would just say, as always,
US dollar index,
policy is going to reflect what actually happens.
Maybe we can see dollar index going towards 101.
Follow up and ask
before it can show us some recovery. Yeah, 101 is the one I can see the nearest one where it's been before.
What you see
in 100,
1% basically
170, 60 around.
Restrictive, or is it leavened by the idea of you don't know what's going to happen? In other words, what should people think about in terms of how the Fed thinks about
gold has started slowing down now. It might come down a bit. So don't buy new positions, take any bigger risks, guys, at the moment. So let the market do the
thinking. We're doing the same thing that rate makes do. So in a way, that substitutes for rate
traction, and then maybe you can ride back
we
again.
Have to have policies need got to be tight enough.
So I'm just tightening up all the stop losses. That's what I'm doing. So even if they close. So ਆਪਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ pub check ਖਾ ਲੈਣੇ ਆ. We can have a nice meal.
Really uncertain how long this situation will be sustained or how significant any of those effects will be. So we're just going to have to watch. In the meantime, you know, obviously at the end of the day, we will do enough to bring inflation down to 2%. No one should doubt that.
Yeah, oil has stopped as well.
Hi, Chair Powell. Rachel Siegel from the Washington Post. Thank you for taking our questions. I know we've talked a bit about how Silicon Valley Bank was unique to a certain sector of the economy. There's also growing concern that there are financial stability risks from the commercial real estate market and loans that will begin to roll over later this year and next. Regional banks hold those loans. Is there a risk that could mimic the kind of what we saw with SVB to banks that disproportionately are focused on commercial real estate?
So we're well aware of the concentrations people have in commercial real estate. I really don't think it's comparable to this. The banking system is strong. It is sound. It is resilient. It's well capitalized.
You can see that, Mr. Powell.
And
you can see American banks are very strong.
See that as at all analogous to this.
Question: would you be open to an independent investigation separate from the Fed's probe?
I welcome that. It's 100% certainty that there will be independent investigations and outside investigations and all that. So we welcome when a bank fails, there are investigations, and of course we welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Edward Lawrence from Fox Business. Inflation has been rather sticky. So do you need help from the fiscal side to get inflation down faster?
We don't assume.
Other
We don't give
sectors, I
advice to
don't
the
know
fiscal
really.
authorities. We assume that
Literally it's going to be
we take
everything
fiscal
scraping off
policy
the floor now.
as it comes to our front
Especially
door.
after today's
Stick
interest
it out
rate
the bottom
hike,
along with $1
market
billion
will
other
show
things.
some good
And
momentum.
we have a
And
responsibility for
banking
pricing.
troubles
The
are
Federal
not
Reserve has
letting
responsibility for
settle anything as well. So
things
that's
are
going to
change
push the
that.
market
So
up as well because
we will get
people put the
inflation
money
down to
where there
2%.
is a security, more security. So banking is not trusted
And follow
anymore.
on that. But they're working. The spending that's happened is working against what you are doing, right? So it's prolonging inflation.
You know, you have to look at the impulse from spending, because spending was, of course, tremendously high during the pandemic, and then as the pandemic programs rolled off, spending actually came down. So the sort of fiscal impulse is actually not what's driving inflation right now. It was at the beginning, perhaps part of what was driving inflation, but that's not really the story now.
Let's go to Neil Irwin.
Chair Powell, Neil Irwin with Axios. Two questions about aspects of the government's response on Silicon Valley Bank 2 weekends ago. First, why is this new bank funding facility done under Emergency 13.3 authority as opposed to expansion of the
Now
discount
is the
window?
time to return for all those people
around a
who
long
just said,
time. And second, can you
dodge to
discuss
the
the Fed's role
moon,
in
re-token to
the
the
FDIC guarantee
moon,
of uninsured
Bitcoin to
depositors,
the
and why there's
moon.
$143 billion in your balance sheet last week?
Now we will see
supporting
loads of
deposit
these
guarantee?
trends coming up all
Sure.
the time
So-
on our timeline.
13.3 seemed like the right. We have a little more flexibility under Section 13.3. We've done quite a lot under.
You are
discount
starting to the
windows. We
section.
just did a special facility. It was designed a certain way, so we have 13.3.
Accept me to the moon.
It's only available in individual and extra circumstances, and it has to be
People are
meet certain
everywhere, bloody.
requirements.
They just
They
think
seem to
like
be
the moon is
put
like,
in place. So
you know,
with
God,
the
that's the plan.
FDIC, we're lending to the. In effect, we're lending to the bridge bank. So that's where the funds came from, and it's a loan that's 100% guaranteed by the FDIC. So there's no risk in it for us.
Chris Rugaber.
Yeah, thank you. Chris Rugaber at Associated Press. The SEP suggests one more rate hike, as does the change in the language in the statement, in which suggests that you're perhaps nearing the end of a cycle of rate hikes. Do you feel, though, that if inflation remains high, you'll be able to resume additional hikes?
I
as
do
needed,
share,
or have
so
you
did
somewhat tied
the
your
things
hands here
where I
with
invest my money
signals about
time to
rate
time
hikes
in
coming
my
to net?
Telegram
Thank
group.
you. Absolutely.
So maybe that's the best one because
we've
मेरी आदत
raised
है या कि
raise
I
rates
don't stick
higher, we
to.
will.
I'm not.
I think for now, though,
I don't stick to the long-term plans. I got long-term portfolios, the old ones, but now I don't make those plans. I make money, get out as soon as there's a 5 to 10% dump in the stock.
Inflation.
That's my strategy is working best way because that's the easiest way to get out from if market is going towards bad direction, or market is going to fail or anything. So it just helps me that way.
We will.
Long positions I go old stock like Nvidia, Netflix,
we'll find ourselves in a place.
Tesla. There's so many of them.
Hi, Chair Powell. Thanks for taking the question. Kyle Campbell with American Banker.
AMD, Rolls Royce is one of the
First of all,
35 cents per
curious
whole
financial supports extending through the discount
उसके
window.
अलावा भी बहुत है काफी स्टॉक है
Facility might be with the reducing the balance sheet. I'm also curious what your thoughts are on the not just the availability of reserves, but the distribution of them throughout the banking system. And at what point you might be concerned about
ਇਹ to the moon ਵਾਲੇ ਨਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਬੰਨਣੇ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ
So people think of QE and QT in different ways. So let me be clear about how I'm thinking about these recent developments. So the recent liquidity provision that has increased the size of our balance sheet, but the intent and the effects are very different from when we expand our balance sheet through purchases of longer term securities. Large scale purchases of long-term securities are really meant to alter the stance of policy by pushing up the price and down the rates, longer term rates, which supports demand through channels we
100,000 I
understand
bought
fairly well.
BP stock today.
The balance sheet expansion is really temporary lending to banks to
I
meet
can't
those
go on my
special
app now. I
liquidity
bought
needs
4 or
created by
5
the
different
recent
companies
tensions.
today.
It's not
I
intended
can
to
share it in
directly
a
alter
group
the
later
stance
on
of
today.
monetary policy.
Keda buy kita.
We do believe that it's working. It's
If
having
I'm
its
trying to
intended effect of
diversify now
fostering
my
confidence in
portfolio,
the banking
looking at the
system and
market is
thereby
going to be easy
forestalling
now.
what might otherwise have
And
been an abrupt and outsized tightening in
we
financial
can make
conditions.
some
So
tax
that's working.
fog. We can make
In terms
some.
of the distribution of reserves,
Google is the good one.
We don't
AMD,
see ourselves
Nvidia,
as
especially they're investing into AI
running
and
into
all that
reserve
as well.
shortages. We
quite
think
good.
that our program of allowing our balance sheet to run off
There are so many
predictably
options in the market.
predictably
Which
and
is
passively
sometimes it's not
is
quickly
working.
coming in my head.
And of course, we're always prepared to change that if that changes, but we don't see any evidence that that's changed.
Hi, Chair. Katerina Saraiva with Bloomberg News. The minutes of the February meeting, the last
Market
meeting,
is already recovering
indicate
today.
that you discussed
Definitely,
the
Mr. Trump.
possibility of runs on non-bank financial institutions
You should call
and the
yourself
impact of
Donald
large
Duck, not Donald
unrealized
Trump.
losses on bank portfolios. Can you talk a little bit more about that discussion?
Don't you think Trump
Kind of
the
what
nai,
was talked
बेचारे का नाई
about
खराब हो
in
गया
light of that? And then why didn't the Fed, do anything about that at that point to ultimately prevent, what happened this month?
I mean, to be honest, I don't
ਉਹਦਾ ਵੀ
recall the
ਗ੍ਰਿਫਤਾਰ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲਾ
specifics
ਆ
of that.
ਇੱਕ ਦੋ ਦਿਨ ਚ
Quite an interesting 7
ਇੰਡੀਅਨ
weeks.
ਗਵਰਨਮੈਂਟ ਵਾਂਗੂ ਇਹ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਕਿ ਨਾਲ ਦੇ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ
But I will
ਡੋਨਲਡ
tell
ਟਰੰਪ
you,
ਵਾਲੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਚੁੱਕ ਕੇ ਅੰਦਰ
we
ਸੱਟ
have
ਦੇਣ
there have been presentations about interest rate risk. I mean, it's been in all the newspapers. It's not a surprise that there are institutions that have had unhedged long positions in long duration securities that have lost value as longer term
at
rates
the
have
moment no trade
due to
trade ਜਿਹੜੇ
increases.
ਸਾਰੇ
So
open
that's
ਹੋਏ ਆ
not a
ਉਹ ਹੀ ਆ
surprise.
so I got golds
I think as it is, the supervisory team was
gold is showing recovery
engaged,
as well some
very much engaged with was escalating, but it's nonetheless happened. So that's really the purpose of one way to think of review that
US dollar index is closed mostly gold closed US 30 is closed US 500 is closed tech 100 is closed so they're coming down but it will be a buy opportunity Euro USD is not closed but it's literally going to close so I changed my target stop loss a little higher GBP USD is closed
supervision and regulation need to keep up.
AUD USD. So market is basically doing profit taking now. So there's no point taking any new positions.
We'll have to go into.
Simon Urbanovich with The Economist. Thank you very much. Chair Powell, you stated twice today that
Bitcoin भी बंद हो गया मेरा.
दोनों ही trades. Are you saying de facto deposit insurance versus all savings?
Yeah, correction is happening.
For example, if a bank with less than $1 billion in assets failed, are you promising to bail out all of its depositors?
I'm not saying anything more than I'm saying. So, but what I'm saying is you've seen it's to protect depositors when there's a threat of serious harm to the economy or to the financial system, and we're prepared to use those tools. And I think depositors should assume that their deposits are safe.
It's a recovery happening, profit taking happening. I can't see there's anything else. He said it that can bring the market down, but it's like correction happening everywhere now.
A little bit of color. You
so maybe there's a time to make money other way around now.
Weekend, you said the question you guys asked was, how did this happen when you saw Silicon Valley Bank? So I was wondering if you could go to the Credit Suisse merger. I mean, wasn't that the big gorilla in the room? Didn't you breathe a sigh of relief when that merger happened? Thanks.
Sure. So, that was really the Swiss government. We, of course, were following it over the course of the weekend, and we were engaged with their authorities in the way that you would expect.
Market is dropping heavily now.
It seems to have been a positive outcome in the sense
so it's
that
just a new opportunity to buy the dip. That's
what
all I can say.
Markets have accepted it. It seems to have gone well, and I think there was a concern that it might not go well. So coming into the middle of this week, yes, I would say that has gone well so far.
Hi, thank you, Chair Powell.
I'm buying all the indexes again. Mere sare index band ho gaye.
Sees the unemployment rate increasing to 4.5% this year. I'm wondering how you anticipate preventing this from snowballing while using the admittedly blunt tools at disposal.
So that's an estimate of happen as demand slows. and as conditions soften in the labor market, and it's a highly uncertain estimate, and there's really we have to bring inflation down to 2%.
Tech stock definitely will
The
boost
costs
with
of
this
bringing
all.
it down, there are real costs to bring it down to 2%, but the costs of failing are much higher. And if you read your history, as I'm sure you have, you can see that if the central bank doesn't get inflation back in place,
Yeah, recovery happening now.
make sure that
No long
expectations
recovery. It should
anchored,
do some
you
kind
can
of
have a long
correction.
series of years where inflation is high and volatile, and it's hard to invest capital. It's hard for an economy to perform well, and we're looking to avoid that, and and to get back to where we need to be, back to where we were for a quarter century, and get there as quickly as we can.
4%.
Historically, it's been hard to contain unemployment, and my question is, do you worry about some sort of snowball effect? How do you factor that into your projections and thoughts?
It depends on whether so recessions tend to be nonlinear, and so they're very hard to model. The models all work.
All correction is happening.
You have
So
more of this, you get more of that. But when a
little
recession
sell
happens, the reaction is going to be linear, and that's what it. So we don't know whether that'll happen this time. We don't know. If so, we don't know how significant it will be. And so we're very focused on getting
indexes
inflation
are coming
down,
so don't buy it yet.
because we know in the longer run that is the thing that will most benefit
Euro
the people we
USD
serve.
correcting.
That's how we can have a long,
Maybe chance to sell.
very strong labor markets through these
GBP
long
USD,
expansions.
a chance to sell.
4 of the 5 longest, or 3 of the 4 longest expansions in U.S. history have been really since the high inflation period. And the reason was inflation wasn't forcing the central bank to come in and stop an incipient or an expansion. You can have very, very long expansions without high inflation, and we had several of those, and they're very good for people. You see late in expansion, you see low unemployment, you see the benefits of wages going to people at the lower end of the wage spectrum. It's just a place that we should try to get back to.
Jean. Hi, Chair Powell. Jean Young with Market News. I just wanted to ask, with all the events of the past 2 weeks, do you still see a possibility of a soft landing for the U.S. economy?
It's too early to say really whether these events have had much of an effect. It's hard for me to see how they would have helped the possibility, but I guess I would just, it's too early to say whether there really have been changes in that. The question will be how long this period is sustained. The longer it's sustained, then the greater will be the likely declines in
Amazon. They're sacking more staff. There is a little trouble going on in Amazon for obviously long term. Amazon is not a bad.
We're certainly trying to find it.
Yes.
Hi, Chair Powell, Nancy Marshall-Genzer with Marketplace. Just wondering how many financial institutions have been
So
issued
the problem
matters
is, I think the main thing will happen now is with the more rate increase, the more it will increase, it cracks the housing market. So that's what Powell wants to do. We want to crash the housing market. So so people can kind of come on property.
And getting to the seriousness
ladder.
of it, how are you going to ensure that banks
there's so much demand of the houses in America and Canada.
Seriously? How will you enforce
it's just hard to.
That is a great question, and is right in the heart of what the.
It's just hard to kind of make a sense how they can drop the prices.
So I think that's what you think about. What can we do to make sure? But again, that's not for me to answer today.
You have specific thoughts on that?
Well, I'd see if I did, I wouldn't share them, because
I don't think so. There will be new rate hike next month.
This review is going on, and I want nothing other than us to find out what happened and why, figure out what we can do to do better, and then implement those changes. That's all I want. It's for me to be giving you my half-formed or partially informed thoughts. It just isn't appropriate. There's a real serious review going on with people from all over the Federal Reserve System who are not connected to this, to this work, not connected to this bank, and under again Vice Chair Barr's leadership, and I'm confident that it will produce a satisfactory result.
Go to Jennifer for the last question.
Yeah. Beers has
Thank you,
been
Chair
put
Powell.
in.
Jennifer Schonberger with Yahoo Finance. Curious, how do you view financial conditions right now? If credit becomes expensive enough, choking off growth, as you said you're watching for, would that
Yeah.
situation warrant a rate cut? What situation would warrant a rate cut? And have the bank failures prompted any discussion around changing the implementation of the balance sheet off? Thank you.
So we haven't really talked about changing the balance sheet implementation. That's not something we've discussed yet. As I mentioned, we're always willing to change that if we conclude that it's appropriate, but we're really not seeing any signs there. So then the question before that was, just give me a,
Curious how you view financial conditions now and if
Yeah.
credit were to tighten enough if the
so
So dollar is back to weakening.
financial conditions seem to have tightened, and probably by more than the traditional indexes say, because the traditional indexes are focused a lot on rates and equities, and they don't necessarily capture
That's it. Profit taking
lending
on, and I
conditions.
think market
So
will show some
we think
recovery
that
now.
though. There are other measures which if they're focused on,
But there's no point trading now
lending
because
conditions
I
and
think
things like
it's
that,
too
they
much
show
gone
some
out
more
of the
tightening.
market, and there will
The
be no
question for us
liquidity.
though is, how significant will that be? How
It will be risky trading this time.
will we reach? And then once you have
Gurshina, obviously, if you watch my videos, you can do a demo trading. Demo trading best ਤਰੀਕਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ start ਕਰਨ ਦਾ market ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ demo account ਇਦਾਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ you can start with the fake money and then you practice, you learn how the software works, how to open the trades, how to close the trades, profits, testing the strategies and all that. Then you can put the real money into the account and then you can trade
I'll
once.
mention with rate cuts, rate cuts are not in our base case. And
gold is buy, yeah.
So
definitely. Gold is buy.
That's all I have to say.
Yep. Gold is buy.
Thank you very much.
ਭਾਲੋ ਤੱਕੜੀਆਂ ਭਾਲੋ ਟੋਕਰੇ ਗੋਲ ਦੇ Mr. Trump, you want to join my political party, but you can't be a president anymore, So that's it, guys. Market will recover now. Obviously, no point trading now. To be honest, I honestly warn you guys now. Opening any trades at the moment. Because market is going to be kashmkash ji honi hai market de vich. There are people who want to take advantage of crashing the market. The profit taking further down, drop kar le. And there will be people who thinking, dollar has been weak, let's buy some more. So there will be a kind of struggle in the market now, up and down, up and down. So we might see till tomorrow market is going in sideways now. So money will comes in a little movements. So that's what will happen. Hanji, Mr. Akash, I do have a YouTube videos. You can subscribe to my forex training videos. मेरे YouTube channel पे playlist है, and you can watch all of them. They will be helpful as well. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna go offline and have some dinner. I don't really. It's very hard. I do trade with people. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਡੈਮੋ ਚ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਿਨਾ ਡੈਮੋ ਤੋਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, you can trade with me, that's what we do. But ਮੇਰੇ YouTube ਚੈਨਲ ਤੇ MT5 playlist ਹੈ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਸ਼ੋ ਕਰਦਾ ਕਿ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਸੌਫਟਵੇਅਰ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰੀਦਾ ਆ. ਬੈਸਟ ਇਜ਼ ਡੈਮੋ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਡੈਮੋ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮੋਸ਼ਨਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਨੈਕਟ ਹੁੰਦੇ. ਸੋ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਡੈਮੋ ਅਕਾਊਂਟ ਇਜ਼ ਓਨਲੀ ਫॉर ਪੀਪਲ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਲਰਨ ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਕਿ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਹੁੰਦੀ, ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਆਰਡਰ ਪਲੇਸ ਕਰੀਦੇ, ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਿਟ ਲਈਦਾ, ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਟਾਪ ਲਾਸਿਸ ਲਾਈਦੇ ਆ, ਜੇ ਉਹ ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਟੈਕਨੀਕਲ ਐਸਪੈਕਟਸ ਆਫ ਦ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ. ਸੋ ਡੈਮੋ ਤਾਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਇਸ ਕੰਮ ਲਈ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਪਰ ਰੀਅਲ ਫੀਲਿੰਗ ਆਫ ਡੂਇੰਗ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ ਓਨਲੀ ਕਮਸ ਵੈਨ ਯੂ ਪੁੱਟ ਦ ਰੀਅਲ ਮਨੀ ਇਨ. ਫਿਰ ਉਦੋਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਇਮੋਸ਼ਨਸ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਫੀਅਰ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਗਰੀਡ, everything kicks in, and that is the point when you get tested. So people get I don't know, people get high blood pressures, people get high heartbeats, all that, so ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਆ ਕਿ mentally you need to work on yourself mentally in trading ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ 80% mind game ਆ. It's all about your mental, your skill, how strong you are mentally. That's what trading is all about. I think ਆਪਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਲੋਕੀ emotional ਆ, so we get down very quickly with the trading. ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ maybe I might be wrong, but we don't find many Punjabi who's successful. Not Punjabi, just only Indians as well. But you got to be ruthless in trading. You got to be thinking money as an object. Otherwise you can't succeed. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਪਿਆਰ ਪਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ ਫੇਰ ਨਹੀਂ succeed ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ. ਪੈਸੇ ਨੂੰ object ਵਾਂਗੂ treat ਕਰੋ, you will succeed in trading. There's no way anything can stop you. So trading is the best option in India. Work on your mindset, your strong mindset, your control of emotions, control of fear. मेरी training होनी है next week Tuesday. So I'm talking about risk management and everything. So ਜਿਹਨੇ ਵੀ join ਕਰਨੀ ਆ, come in my Telegram group ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਥੇ share ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ link. It's a free training, maybe ਘੰਟਾ 2 ਘੰਟੇ ਦੀ ਹੋਗੀ ਤੇ we will see how long it can go for. So I'm trying to do some trainings like that, random ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ teach. Maybe I can do training, with the demo account, showing people like ਕਿੱਦਾਂ demo account use ਕਰੀਦੀ ਆ. I can do that. Yeah, definitely. That's not a problem for me. I can spend 1 hour, 2 hours, showing people ਕਿ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ software register ਕਰੀਦਾ, ਕਿੱਦਾਂ login ਕਰੀਦੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ, Telegram the link ਮੇਰੀ website ਤੇ ਆ. So if you go on my website dhandadegreat.com, so please don't try to search me because there are so many fake accounts on my name on my Facebook, on Instagram, on Telegram, on even on TikTok, ਸਾਰੇ ਪਾਸੇ. So whenever you want to follow me on my social media, ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ warn ਕਰਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ, ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ live ਆ, always go on my website dhandadegreat.com and there are all my social media links. Never ever reply to, if you ever receive a message with my picture ਜਾਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਾਂ ਆ ਲਿਖਿਆ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ message ਆਇਆ, never ever talk to that person. Always block the person and always report that person as well, because ਮੈਂ ਕਦੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਟਿਕਟੋਕ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਤਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਕੋਈ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਭੇਜ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਹੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਭੇਜਦਾ ਹੈ ਟਿਕਟੋਕ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ. ਮੇਰੇ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਕੰਪਲੀਟਲੀ ਮੈਂ ਬੈਨ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ. Only way to contact me is Instagram, and I only reply people when they send me message first. So I never send people message first. So ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ fraud ਤੋਂ ਬਚਾਓ please. ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੋਕੀ they do fall victim of fraud, people using my pictures ਜਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ account ਬਣਾਏ ਹੋਏ ਆ. So please be careful and never ever give your hard earned money to anyone without verifying ਕਿ ਕੌਣ ਹੈ ਬੰਦਾ, ਕਿਹਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਆ. ਲੋਕੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਛ ਕਰਦੇ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ, ਫੋਟੋਆਂ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਤਾਂ they take the trust, but please, ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸਾ ਕਮਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਘੰਟਿਆਂ ਬੱਧੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ, 10 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਕਮਾਉਣ ਲਈ, ਡਾਲਰ ਕਮਾਉਣ ਲਈ, ਤਾਂ 10 ਮਿੰਟ ਲਾਇਆ ਕਰੋ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ 500 1000 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਦੇ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਸੋਚ ਕੇ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੀ ਪਿਕਚਰ ਲੱਗੀ ਆ, ਭਾਜੀ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ ਆ. So please verify things. ਮੇਰੀ website is the only source. I always say to people dhandadegreat.com and then send me message from that. So ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਆ ਉਹ ਰੀਅਲ ਬੰਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ. Well, when I started trading, ਮੇਰਾ goal ਸੀਗਾ making a living out of it, extra income. 300-400 pound monthly ਮੇਰਾ target ਸੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ. Obviously I lost money. I wiped out my account. I went into panic modes. I went into high blood pressure modes. Already my high blood pressure ਨਾਲ suffer ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ, so I was like literally, killing myself, thinking too much. And but when I sit down and decided, ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ second time ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ account lose ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗਾ, I just remember exactly every single of those days how I used to think. I used to sleep sometime on chair, sitting down, padda, and I spend so much time learning both important. Even though learning now be more important, I worked on my mindset a lot. A strong mindset can bring success in a trading. That's the only option. Skill is only 20%. ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ skill ਹੈ trading ਦੀ ਸਿਰਫ 20% ਆ. Mindset is the all. Mindset takes 80% of your trading. So strong mind ਹੋਣਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਆ. Work on it, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਬਲੀਵ ਕਰਦੇ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਵੀ ਆ, ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਬਸ ਇਹ ਆ ਕਿ ਦਿਲੋਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੋਚਣਾ, ਦਿਮਾਗ ਤੋਂ ਸੋਚਣਾ ਆ। 5 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਿਟ ਆ, 5 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਲੈ ਲੈਣੇ ਆ। ਜੇ 5 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਲੋਸ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ 5 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਲੋਸ ਲੈ ਲੈਣਾ ਆ। ਪਰ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਿਟ 5 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਤੇ ਲਈ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਲਾਸ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ 20 50 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਤੱਕ ਚਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਸੋਚ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹ ਵਾਪਸ ਆ ਜਾਣਾ, ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਇਹ ਵਾਪਸ ਆ ਜਾਣਾ। ਸੋ ਯੂ ਹੈਵ ਟੂ ਬੀ ਨਿਊਟਰਲ। ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਆ ਨਿਊਟਰਲ ਮਾਈਂਡਸੈਟ ਹੋਣਾ। Treating money as an object. I always say treating money as an object is must in trading. ਫਿਰ ਹੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸਾ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਅਦਰਵਾਈਜ਼ ਪੈਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਪਏ ਤਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਕਦੀ ਵੀ ਪੈਸਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ। ਬਾਕੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਗੋਲਸ, ਆਈ ਹੈਡ ਗੋਲਸ, ਮੇਰਾ ਪਹਿਲਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਗੋਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ 300-400 pound। When I tick that goal, ਮੇਰਾ next goal ਇਹ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ I was not working 9 to 5, so I wanted to replace my income. But I wanted to replace my monthly income with my 3 ਮੇਰੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਮੰਥਲੀ ਇਨਕਮ ਮੈਂ ਇੰਨੀ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਮੇਰੀ 3 ਮੰਥ ਦੀ ਇਨਕਮ ਦੇ ਬਰਾਬਰ ਹੋਵੇ। And that's what I done. So when I start making money like that, then my next goal was I need to save money for 6 months of my living, what money I need for living 6 months, ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ 3 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੀ ਇਨਕਮ ਮੰਥਲੀ ਆਉਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਐਕਸਟਰਾ। ਸੋ 6 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਦੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਸੇਵ ਕਰਨੇ ਆ ਐਂਡ 3 ਮੰਥ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਜੌਬ ਦੀ ਇਨਕਮ ਸੀ, I wanted to make that through trading before I can decide to retire from 9 to 5, and that's exactly I followed. I never pushed myself. Even ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ decide ਕਰ ਲਿਆ retire ਕਰਨਾ, it took me 3 or 4 months to leave the job because ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, we couldn't just find somebody to replace me there. So it was really difficult last those months when I was like just literally want to go berserk, just travel, just want to go somewhere. ਫਿਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ obviously when I got bored as well, obviously TikTok ਤੇ ਵੀ ਕਾਫੀ ਉਦੋਂ ਲੋਕੀ ਮੇਰੀਆਂ ਵੀਡੀਓਜ਼ ਦੇਖਣ ਲੱਗ ਪਏ ਸੀ, and then obviously I decided to carry on making more videos because ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੁਛ ਹੋਰ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਕਰਨ ਨੂੰ। And I think TikTok was the main reason, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਇੰਨੇ ਜਾਣੇ ਮੇਰੇ followers ਬਣ ਗਏ, then I decide ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਬੋਰ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਣਾ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਡਰਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀ ਬੋਰ ਹੋਣ ਤੋਂ। ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੌਬ ਛੱਡ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ ਤਾਂ 2-3 ਘੰਟੇ ਦੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ, what I'm gonna do, ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ, ਟਰੈਵਲਿੰਗ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਕਰ ਲੂੰਗਾ, ਨਿਆਣੇ ਛੋਟੇ ਆ। And that's it. I just start kicking everything. 1 million, 5 million. I just like tick the goals ki main kinna, what I want to make out of trading, and then just carry on and never stopped. How my goal set nahi karda. I think I'm far away from setting any goals in my life now. Um, I always say to people now, main inna satisfying apni life to ki um, I don't care what happens tomorrow. So all I want is people to watch my videos. Mostly 99.99% my material is on YouTube to watch. It's all free. Learn karo, watch karo. Take take something out from my knowledge and even share karda hai. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I just want to make sure you guys I'm not the bad either. So you can just put me in the best category. So ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਚੀਜ਼ ਆ, I just do trading simple way. ਮੈਂ ਉਹ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਏਡੀਆਂ ਕੁਰਸੀਆਂ ਢਾਹ ਕੇ 5-5 10-10 ਸਕਰੀਨਾਂ ਲਾ ਕੇ and then ਉਹ ਇੱਕ ਦਿਨ ਪੈਸੇ ਬਣਾ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਤੇ ਦੂਜੇ ਦਿਨ loss ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, and I'm not one of those people. I keep trading very simple. ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇੰਨੀ ਸਿੰਪਲ ਹੁੰਦੀ, ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਵੀ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਦਾ, ਭਾਜੀ I look at this chart, I'm looking at this and that. ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਕਨਫਿਊਜ਼ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਕੀ ਦੇਖਾਂ, ਕਿ ਇੰਨੀ ਤਾਂ complicated trading ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦਾ। And those are the people ਜਿਹੜੇ newbies ਆ। All I want you people to do is simplify the trading. Keep your charts clean. ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਇੰਡੀਕੇਟਰ ਲਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ। ਸਿੰਪਲ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ ਕਰੋਗੇ, ਸਿੰਪਲ ਰਿਸਕ ਮੈਨੇਜਮੈਂਟ ਕਰੋਗੇ, just there is no way back in trading. ਤਾਂ ਬਾਕੀ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇੰਡੀਕੇਟਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਬਹਾਨੇ ਆ, ਏਦਾਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਇੰਡੀਕੇਟਰ ਸਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। Even you doing simple plain chart trading is not 100% either as well, but at least you're keeping it simple. That's more important. Moody ji bank is investment bank. Moody ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ recently Tesla ਨੂੰ rating ਦਿੱਤੀ ਆ first time super buy ਦੀ, and that's why Tesla has been on high recently as well. But Tesla is still in buy zone, Yeah, Tesla is not bad at all. ठीक है guys, when did you start? Pre-COVID, ਪਰ ਮੈਂ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਦੇ ਲੈਵਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਸੀਰੀਅਸਲੀ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਦਾ ਲੋਕਡਾਊਨਸ ਲੱਗੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਸੋ ਇਟਸ ਨੋਟ ਲੌਂਗ 4 ਸਾਲ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਮਸੀਂ ਲਾਈਕ ਯੂ نو 4 ਸਾਲ I would say maybe little over 4 years. Don't remember exactly, but over 4 years, yeah, somewhere around. But my seriously trading, I think, yeah, because I had more time and during COVID, you know, then I just used that time. मैं कभी मैं time waste करना नहीं like करता life ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁਣ. I have to make sure I utilize my time. Yeah, UK rate season tomorrow definitely. So ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ I'm expecting Bank of England to increase the rates as well. Maybe that could drop the pound. Last time ਵੀ ਦੇ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀ, before that ਵੀ ਦੇ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ. It's a new trend setting up in the UK. I will try to come online live tomorrow and then we talk about it. Sure, brother. Sure, we can meet sometime. मैं Canada ਨੂੰ चल जाना है, but next week I'm going on holidays somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere Greece or Turkey or something. So market is good now. So market is good now. Everything is fine. Profit taking has happened already. Profit taking done. Yeah. So indexes are back in profit. Euro USD, everything back in profit. GBP USD back in profit. So everything is working fine now. Yeah. So market is recovering well. So as I said, it has to do correction. So correction ho gaya, and that's it. Now we got to nothing to worry about all night. ਸੌਂ ਜਾਓ ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਪੈਸੇ ਸਰਾਣੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੌਂਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ. That's the one tip I can give it to you guys. ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਸੌਵੋ, ਖਾਓ ਪੀਓ ਐਸ਼ ਕਰੋ, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. Yeah, I still use Legacy, but I don't hold the biggest account with them anymore. I use Vintage more now because obviously regulations and all that. Because Legacy they're not regulated anymore, so I don't really take a big risk. ਥੋੜੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਹੋਣ ਤਾਂ ਠੀਕ ਆ, ਪਰ ਵੱਡੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਨਾਲ ਉੱਥੇ ਰਿਸਕ ਲਈ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ regulated ਕੰਪਨੀਆਂ regulated ਹੋਣ. You know, you're not safe anywhere, even regulated ਵੀ ਹੋਣ. Recently ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਂ ਬੈਂਕਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਹੋਇਆ, ਪਰ at least you got that peace of mind. So ठीक है guys, I'm gonna go offline now. ਭੁੱਖ ਲੱਗੀ ਆ, ਮੇਰੇ ਤਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਹੁਣ ਹੈ